My inner guiding voice told me that it is now time to do something I've been thinking about for a long time, which would be make a video for my oldest son because he's now old enough. And I don't know where he's at. What are the off chances that he may search his name on YouTube and find this video? Maybe they're a little greater than zero than yesterday. I don't know. I don't know. But this video, I'm making it for you, my son. Now, I don't know what you think, and I can only pose and imagine because I know your mother. And I'm not going to talk anything bad about your mother. I'll tell you what I can say without being a dick, but being mindful, because I have a mother too. My mother was obviously pretty difficult to deal with. She was very difficult to deal with. She gave me a lot of problems. And I never understood why she would just go to bat against things or pick the reason she picked to fight the fights she wanted to fight. She wanted to fight. Always wanted to fight about some shit. Now your grandfather is here. Your grandfather very much would like to see you before he exits the world. And that's an opportunity that you don't really get often in life. And you could be like, oh, my father, he's a deadbeat dad, he's a piece of shit. Your deadbeat dad is still paying your child support at the same rate for just your brother. I'm still paying child support for you, and you're over 18. Your dad just doesn't even go to court and try to mess with it because it's not worth it. Your dad's not ever gonna go to the damn government and be able to get anything but problems for every single one of us. And he's figured that out. Did I used to think maybe I could call somebody and get some help? Yes. At different times there was different things I thought, and then I had to learn, just like you have to learn, that no, there's no outside help in these matters. Was I supposed to be able to have my kid visit and communicate? Yes. That's part of some of the stuff that it didn't make any sense to me that your mother just didn't do. I don't know where your mother's at. I don't have a clue. I would guess, and I would think I would know, but I'm not chasing after her. You were there when the last little argument fight we had occurred. And you have to know, because me and you were just making some fried potatoes into French fries. We were frying the potatoes. Your dad was trying to clean the house when the calamity began. Your dad wasn't looking to mess up the situation that was already difficult to be in. At some point, I've been waiting for you to grow up and to just look at things yourself and be like, I've also hoped that you didn't have to go through some of the same crap that I've gone through with women, and I'm sure that you're along your way. And you'll find some real messed up occurrences probably with the way that the evolution of society is going. But I'm here for you. I'm here. All you'd have to do would be reach out. I've been here. You've been here one time, so you know where I'm at. A reasonable ability to wait and see and let you do as you do is pretty much the only real peace that I've had in regards to all that. Nobody wants to not have their fucking son, except someone who just throws them away. And if you think that's the way that I feel, that is not. It's simply not true. If you want to believe things that aren't true, you can. You can believe anything that you choose to believe. But you should have inside of you that hunger to find things out that you got from me. Because I want to know things. I want to know things that I know are wrong and aren't truth. Most of them with this damn world we live in. Nothing bothers me more than being told and seeing people believe something just completely fucking ridiculous. And that's pretty much what this world is. It's a fucking Minecraft concoction of ridiculousness on the surface. I've got some weird number that in my photo says is Christina. And I've tried to message it. Just because even that, you know, I married your mother because I loved your mother, and I still love your mother. But at some point, it became apparent to me that your mother was going to either backstab me, mess me over, or do something to me, and it was going to cost me my life. And at some point, I decided, you know what? I'd rather have my life. I'd rather live than be put in some cage or whatever. Now, why would anyone think that that would be the right thing to do for a family? Does that make any damn sense to you? If people were, or even people who fight, if you have the other person carted away because they won the fight or beat you up or whatever the hell you say, you can't start a fight with someone who can beat you up and then be like, I'm the victim. You can have bruises and you can have scratches and then you can have black eyes and you can very much call and say, I'm a victim. This person's done me this horrible thing. You can do that. But then you've gotten rid of your partner. People are supposed to learn how to not fight with each other. People are supposed to learn how to discuss things, not beat the hell out of each other and have one of them put away. Because when you have a fight, you should be able to fight, argue about whatever differences people have, whatever opinions they have, and then come to some terms. The idea of the fight that women and men are always going to have should preclude throwing one of them away. An unbalanced mind is the only mind that would ever think that that's a good idea. You didn't never see me end the life of your mother because there was no wanting to, there wasn't a desire that somebody has, especially not your dad. There was plenty of times I could have just left her or broke up and went on my own. And I never wanted to. I always wanted to try to make my family back together. But it wouldn't work. Partially why it doesn't work is because they have a very incentivized society to get rid of a man in the family. The black people say it all the time and they're right. They have the women take the man off the lease. They won't give them certain assistance if the man's still around. And they did all that with her too. So, but your grandfather's here. Your father's here. and we love you. We want to know who you are. We want to know what you think, what you feel. And we can't do that until the point in time that you decide, hey, I want to see my kinfolk. You could be, I'm going to hate my dad my whole life. And you'll regret it. You will regret it unless you turn into a piece of shit. And you just don't care about nothing. You just, I'm going to do me. I'm going to do me. You know in your heart the right and wrong way to do things. You have to, because you have to have at least half the heart you got from me. And I don't find any of it enjoyable at all by the end, because there's been too much time that's gone by that's just been dead silence. Now, if you even have a stepdad that's worth a shit, and you just pick up your relationship with him, I have my stepdad still come here. My stepdad's come here 4 or 5 different times, visited me and my dad, because we all enjoy each other, and we're all friends and love each other because we're family. We don't have to be all set apart each other. If someone makes it to where you think that you need to be completely cut out from somebody's life, you have to check that inside yourself, because that's not from yourself. Nobody ever treated you with hate or anger or like you were a problem. You're not even one of those kids. Your dad had problems at the times that he had them, at those times in the past, because I too was growing up. I wasn't ready to be a dad. I don't think anyone's ever ready to be a dad. You just have to become a dad, and you have to deal with what you can. But I didn't really get the type of soul connecting relationship with your mom that I thought that I had, because of things that had happened. There are certain things that people either do or don't do that they'll tell you right away if that person is somebody that is for you, or if that person is just biding time till they get to the next one. Obviously, I think I know the answer to that. But it doesn't change me being your dad. It doesn't change that you have a grandfather here that still wants to interact and see you. And your brother. Your brother, it's even more hurtful with your brother, because he's still of the age that he should have his dad talking to him. And I have no idea. I have no number. I have no way to find out, or no answer from any number that I have. I still sent messages to your grandmother up until about a year ago, and then I just quit during this year. It's like, I'm not gonna send her anything anymore. Try to be civil. Happy birthday on the birthdays, and happy Christmas on the Christmas. You shouldn't be all angry and act like you don't have a father when you were placed way too early in the decision process of making that. If I was roles reversed, for someone to say like, the kid doesn't want to talk to you. Bullshit. You'd have to talk to your mom. Whether you wanted to or not, you were going to talk to your mom. Your mom wanted to be your friend from the beginning. She didn't want to be your mom as much as she wanted to be your friend. And she needed to do that because of what happened along her lines, which is partially why there wasn't so much of a fight to try to pull your family apart, because of your mom. But I don't know. Just here, you can ignore me all you want. But if you do, in a way, you ignore yourself and part of who you are. And it doesn't make any sense. If at any time you should come to the conclusion that you should reconnect with your family, and you should, we are open to hear from you, and we definitely are always hopeful every fucking day. Every single day, it runs through the head a lot of thoughts about you, what you're doing, how you look, what you sound like. But now that you're a man, you have to answer that yourself. You have to put your own name into the search to find your dad saying, "Hey, dude, where you at, homie? Where are you at? Are you going to show up, or are you just going to let your people die and be like, I don't care because they didn't care about me?" That's bullshit. That's a lie that you could tell yourself. I don't get to lie about shit to myself. Not forever. In the short term, we lie to ourselves about all kinds of shit because we're humans. We're human. Every one of us is born, and we don't remember what happened from before we were born. And we don't know what's going to happen after we die. We're here, we're naked, we start out, and everything we have to put together and figure out is from this world's understanding, and it's basically bunk already. Hacked, lied, manipulated, trying to sell you a hamburger. That's all I want to say. Your father loves you. Your grandfather loves you. Your whole father line, from dads to dads, all the way back to the primordial dawn of light, is waiting for you to reconnect. If you don't do it, you'll never be able to do it. If you don't think it's important, maybe you need to skip your dad in the line and look to your grandpa. Maybe that would be a little more reason for you to do it. Maybe you need to skip grandpa and connect with the soul of his dad. Because there's billions of people that are in that line that don't have a damn thing to do with any reason why you would be like, "Oh, my dad." That just doesn't work. Really. Between men, that is a very childish way to be. You're not a child anymore. You're able to grow up. You can talk all this shit. You're never going to get a time to get over your shit until you put it in the lap of who you think it belongs. So, and I'm always ready for that. What am I going to do? Tell you no? I have to take it. Whatever you have to dish out, I would just have to take it. Because I'm the one that made you. I brought you into the world. Me and your mom. But she did a good job because you appeared pretty fucking healthy and big the last time I saw you. But there's a lot of internal world and psychological shit that she's just not going to be able to help you with. Love her to death, your mom. But your mom is not the smartest person in the world. And she's not even above most of her pettiness and anger and mean and victimhood. You don't have to be that way. And I don't have to be that way either. And I don't want to. So you can either connect or you don't have to. But nonetheless, I made this video for you. I love you, son. I hope to hear from you at some point in time. Have a wonderful day, life, year. Until then.